Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a book review. Hey, today we're going to look at Just for Fun by Christopher T. Magician and Amaze Kids. All right, Just for Fun. It is a book for children's party magic, as you would naturally probably assume. Christopher T. Magician, his real name is Christopher Barnes. I think my first clue that his nom de plume wasn't his real name was he said his middle initial T stood for taco. So yeah. If you don't know, he's a graduate of New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. He used to be an actor. He also used to be a playwright before becoming a children's magician. This hardbound book is 325 pages of his time-tested and original routines. And most of his secrets that he's going to give you rely on gimmicked props that you will make your own pretty much on the cheap end. You're going to see 50 new routines. Each one has been a part of Chris's show ever since he started doing magic in New York. The book is going to detail all of his scripts. It's going to go over all his handling, over all his theory. And these are surefire, right? Surefire because they've been time tested in the streets. So you're guaranteed that your young audiences will be laughing and having a ton of fun. So what Christopher does is he combines techniques from close-up magic, from parlor magic, with some props that you would be familiar with, like props you might already own, plus combining them with his original props. He's gonna give you everything from like ketchup bottles to spaghetti to fake mustaches to stuffed animals. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our magic reviews, and the first of which is, what's this book all about? Like I said, this book is 325 pages. 325 pages, 50 routines, right? 50 routines, so it's awesome. The whole book is broken down into, I'll say, sections, okay? They say there are chapters. They feel more like sections. So like there's a section on openers. So that whole section, every single trick in that section is an opener. So it's like the first trick you would do to get their attention. He's gonna cover things like even how to get their attention, how to make sure they sit still. You know, how do we get these kids to all sit, crisscross applesauce and look up and pay attention. He's gonna cover all of that. There's another whole section in there for sucker tricks. So, you know, if you do magic right now, you're probably already familiar with that style of magic, the sucker trick. And so he's gonna cover just a bunch of sucker tricks. Now, the reality is you're not gonna do all those sucker tricks in one performance. And I would argue that in every section, you'll probably grab just one effect, right? You're gonna do one opener, one sucker effect. So you're gonna read the whole section and then just pick one that you think you'd like or speaks to your persona or that you would like to do, right? The next section is called It's on Your Back, and every single trick ends with some sort of thing stuck to your back, right? And you're not gonna do 5 of those. You're gonna pick one, right? You're gonna pick one and say, this is the one I like. He's gonna give you a whole section about audience participation tricks where you're gonna have kids come up and help you, so the onstage volunteers, and each one of them involves some sort of crazy prop, right? Like I said earlier, that you could build yourself. He's gonna go over another section called Captivating Magic, which is like storytelling, okay, where you're engaging your audience and they're really paying attention. He's gonna do another section called Not So Tricky Magic, and so those are moments in his routine that don't necessarily revolve around a magic trick, but that are still fun. All in all, it's a great read. Christopher writes really well. He's not one of those authors that's hard to follow. I mean, you can literally just read it all the way through and you're with it. You're with it through the preparation, you're with it through the actual trick. He's gonna put out all his patter for you, which is amazing. So it's almost like a video, but it's in book form, so you can go back to it anytime you want. So I would just, you know, while you're reading, just make a little star over in the corner or an asterisk and say, oh, I like this one, I wanna come back to it. You get through the whole book, you're gonna find a wealth of information that's really gonna up your game in children's magic. Positives. All right, so what are the positives for Just for Fun? If you've always wanted to get into children's magic, Just for Fun is where you should begin. Christopher answers all of your questions and gives you a wealth of priceless information along with super creative routines. Who would like this? I think anyone who wants to get into children's magic or people who already do children's magic and want to sit at the feet of a professional magician that makes his living doing this, lives in New York City, knows the in and outs. I mean, it's a cornucopia of wealth and information. I highly recommend this book. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about Just for Fun from Christopher T., the T stands for taco, magician. Right now, you can find this book for roughly around $40 from your very favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Thanks, bye.